Hey Aries, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your shares, your likes, your subscribes, your comments, your emails, and your orders from peonylore.com. I really appreciate the fact that people are taking advantage of some of the beautiful things that I have to offer there. More is going to be coming in 2022, so I'm just working on some different details. But for right now, we are going to work on your November 8th through the 14th reading. So as I've done in the past, I'm going to pull a separate pile for Aries Sun, Aries Rising, Aries Moon, and I will read those specifically at the end. And I'm going to talk about the astrology of the week while I get those done before I do the main spread. So stick around. So this week, you guys, is actually going to be pretty wonky. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be pretty dicey and hairy for the most part. We have a lot of energies that are popping out here. We start off on Monday in Capricorn world, okay? And in Capricorn world, we actually have this big conjunction that is happening with Venus in Capricorn. So, how do I say this? You have basically the energy of Venus want to come through and, you know, be level and open and loving, and then you're going to come across a little bit of the tenacious activity that Capricorn brings us, right? And when that happens, it just creates this sense of just like you're waiting for the shoe to drop, like mom and dad are having this really big argument, kind of an energy, right? So that's kind of a big deal. We also have the square with Chiron in Aries showing up here during all of that energy as well. So that's really going to put maybe a little fuel in the fire. If you're in a relationship and you're having some challenges, I would say that this is probably the week for you to do more listening and less talking, unless it's something that you really have to work out. Just know that these first couple of days of the week could be really kind of challenging for a lot of people to manage. That conjunction spills into the energy that we have on Tuesday. Thank you. And the energy that we have on Tuesday also gets a little bit pushy energy with the moon, or excuse me, well, the sun sign in Scorpio. So it's really like digging. People could be very argumentative on this particular day, these couple of days. So you just have to really know that that's kind of what you could be walking into. And it doesn't really get any better because we have the Piscean, Neptune and Pisces energy, thank you, which is also showing up on Tuesday, thank you. And that could create a little bit of, like I say, pie in the sky, airy-fairy. You really want to get to this particular position, and other people are just really, in some senses and instances, just kind of like dragging you down a little bit. So you just have to be aware of that. Now we do switch moon signs on Tuesday, thank you, into the sign of Aquarius. And so that in itself is going to create a little bit of kerfluffle as well for people. And I'm going to explain to you it's because Aries individuals are ready to do the next thing. They are the individuals that we all want to have on our teams and our businesses that have the big ideas. Now, there could be some challenges sometimes with those big ideas coming to fruition because of how fast they think. I'll just put it that way. So that could create a little bit of a bone of contention for some people, and you have to be able to appreciate and understand that that's kind of what's going on, okay? Now, when we get to the energy of Wednesday, it's a big day, you guys. Wednesday is a huge energetic day. Not only do we have Mercury we have Mercury and Mars in a conjunction in the sign of Scorpio. So Mercury wants to talk really, really fast, and Mars wants to push things forward really, really quickly. And so there's going to be a bone of contention. There just is. We also happen to have two big squares that are showing up with that moon in Aquarius energy as well. We have the square with Mars in Scorpio, and then we have another square with Mercury in Scorpio. We have another square in the moon sign of Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, challenging how Aquarius is going to get this done. How are we going to move forward with that whole progression of events and things that need to happen? And then you got Mars and Scorpio really having this huge square against that energy as well. And then finally, the whole Neptune in Taurus. It's just a lot of funky energy on these days, guys. And you need to be aware of it, okay? Because I do believe that's one of the reasons why we're getting this sexy opportunity with this 1111 portal, where things start to calm down just a little bit. But again, this is a day, especially if you're spiritually inclined, that you're going to have the opportunity to really kind of connect in with your spirit guides, with your galactic team, with whoever it is that you particularly call on within your pantheon. Maybe you just go out in the forest and you hang out with the trees and you listen to the wind. Whatever the case may be, this first few days of the week are just going to be harsh for people. And even if it's not you, you need to be aware of the energy for other people that could be around you, okay? So anyway, I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not always unicorns and rainbows, right? So let's talk about this 1111 portal. Firstly, November the 11th for a lot of people is where there's a Remembrance Day. I think Canadians celebrate Remembrance Day. We have Veterans Day here, so there could be an opportunity for people to have a day off of work. I know that there's some school districts that will have probably the end of quarters or end of something, 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 depending upon there. So there's going to be extra people around as well. And that could be a situation. But I got to tell you, the good thing about Thursday besides the portal is this lineup that we have where Mercury in Scorpio is really talking to people about their Chiron in Aries and finally letting people drop those things that really no longer serve. So the beginning of the week is just like really pushing and punching, you know, old ideas, old people, old challenges that have come up in the situation for most people. And you're going to have to face some things. Again, it may not even be you, but it definitely could be other people that you're dealing with. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thank you. They went really, really fast. Let me get Sunday's energy then for Aries, and then we'll start the reading. When we get into Friday, we will be switching signs into the sign of Pisces. Okay, Moon and Pisces energy. We do actually have some really fun energies that show up on Friday. We have a couple of trines that show up with that energy. So those are really good opportunities. So Pisces is actually got this trine with Mars in Scorpio at that point. It's going to calm the energy down just a little bit. Okay. And there's a trine also with that whole Mercury piece with Scorpio as well. So the Neptune in Pisces with the Moon in Pisces is really going to try to calm some of those energies down. It rolls back into some of the same concepts on Saturday. And then Sunday, we will move into the sign of Aries. So we'll move into the sign of Aries about 11:30, 11:45, 1, and yeah, it's before lunchtime. It's like depending upon which coast you're at, but we'll get some level-headed centeredness when we get towards the end of the weekend. So just want to make sure I put that out there, so people aren't expecting this week just to be completely, you know, sexy. It wants to be this one. Now, if you celebrated the moon in the new moon in Scorpio, and you started the process of allowing the awareness of the things that you have to own up to and release, then you're in a really good position at this particular moment. Okay? All right, so we have our cards down here for the week. I'm going to go ahead and give us our standard, normal, sacred geometry. This is for our Aries, and then we're going to support with the Ascended Master, Ganesha here from that particular pantheon, okay? We will go into a couple of different oracle cards. I'm using the Thankyou deck again this week. I will pull a couple of clarifiers from previous up until now, since last week's messages were a little wonky with our Dragon Tarot deck, and then I will continue to use our sacred, the White Sage Tarot deck and the Oracle of the Radiant Sun as they need to come out, okay? So we have a lot of cards to get through. Please bear with me. Thank you for showing back up. here we go. Aries, Aries, Aries. So this week for you is really going to be about nurturing and creating. Nurture and create is the message that we have here with the hexahedron. Card 17 reducing down to an 8, which is about continuity. It's about fluidity. It is about, for many of you, it's going to be about finance. It may not be finance for everyone, but there's something to do with continuity and consistency that rolls around through. Think of it as the infinity symbol in one sense, okay? Let's see what Lord Ganesha has to say before we even flip the cards over. It'd be very, very interesting, and then we'll go ahead and jump right into the remainder of it. I do feel that this up until this point has probably had a lot to do with options and choices that have been presented to you, Aries. Oh, that was fast. Thank you. Okay, we have childlike expression that comes out of this one, you guys. Childlike expression. Look at baby Ganesha. Isn't he so cute? So let's figure out what we've got. That has a lot to do with nurturing. I think of parental things of that particular nature when we get into it. But I do feel that what's going on this week for you is there's been some choices with regards to the next step, the next level that you are trying to get to. So let's see what we have here. On Monday, we have the Four of Cups energy in this deck. It's titled Luxury, but this is an acceptance of something. So sometimes it can be an acceptance of position. Sometimes it's an acceptance of you not really having that feeling that you don't have everything that you want. You're comfortable, but you know, you're trying to feel your way through the different options at that moment. Usually when the Four of Cups shows up in the Rider-Waite deck, then they're showing you, you know, the universe handing you basically the Ace of Cups saying, hey, we've got something better for you. Are you willing to accept this information and try to do something with it at this particular moment? On the energy of Tuesday, in this deck, this card is the Lust card. So this is the Leo energy. You have to realize that Rider-Waite changed the titles and or they shifted some positions of some of the different cards. So something you want really, 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 really badly, right? When we get to the energy of Wednesday, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position, which is actually kind of a good one. I like that. On Thursday, we have then the Six of Cups in the reverse position. Pleasure is what this one is titled. Wednesday was titled Futility. So those two, I kind of like the way that this is showing up, but it's kind of validating for me. Queen of Wands, yeah. Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So valuing and understanding one's worth, whether you're male or female, it doesn't really matter. The energy of understanding worth and value and actually working, doing physical work or doing the act of creating. When we get down to the energy of Saturday, we've got the energy of Saturn that is in the reverse position. Meaning for me immediately that there's probably something else that needs to be reviewed. And then Sunday energy, when we get back into Taurus, or excuse me, when we get back into the moon switching into the Aries position, which is dancing now at this particular moment with Saturn in Aquarius. Now we have the Prince of Discs that shows up talking about new opportunities. Okay, so what I'm going to do really, really quickly, because like I said, this has a lot to do with choices that you have made available to you and knowing that there's something that I feel that you want and then being able to accept the different things that are not working for you, that are not pleasurable for you. You're taking a moment, you're taking a break, you're trying to figure out what that is. The universe says there's something else that needs to be done before the world can turn in your favor, but it does look like it will start to show up here with the Prince of Discs showing up at the end of the week. Now, because I'm nosy and I want to be thorough for you guys, let's pull a couple of cards from the Dragon Tarot deck just to see if we can get challenges up until now that Aries has been dealing with, just as clarifiers, and then I will do some different pieces here in the week, okay? Let's see what we've got. All right. Previous energy up until the 8th, please, for Aries. Woohoo! Wow, 8 of Coins, work. 7 of Coins, evaluating work. Okay. And then we also have The Fool in the reverse, thinking about doing something new. Yeah. And then we cap it off with, nope, they said too many. All right, sorry. Got it. Yeah, moving too fast. Is there anything else? One more. Yep. Okay, so pretty much on the nuts with this one, guys. So the 7 of Coins energy into the 8 of Coins is like you had a strong evaluation of something, right? So the 7 of Coins is the energy of evaluating what you've got going on. Is this like showing up, or am I crooked here? These are tiny cards, so bear with me here. But the 8 of Coins that we have here is not working, okay? So we're 7 of Coins in the reverse position, 8 of Coins upright. Like there's an evaluation process. There's something that was going on with the evaluation of what was happening. What we had going on here was 2 major arcana sitting next to each other. So this is kind of a big deal. You have the energy of the Fool in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. So this is Uranus energy. This is also Cancerian energy if you need to know the sign. But what they're both being in the reverse position is like pulling back. Okay, pulling back our energy just a little bit to allow things to shift. Now, the Fool energy that we talked about before is the energy of Neptune, and it's following us this week because it is definitely in play. And what was going on last week was, yeah, not getting to the point where we were seeing the value with a partnership or a business situation, or maybe realizing that something needed to be shifted within our process, maybe not seeing our ships coming in the way that we wanted to be able to see it. So that's the prior energy that leads up to the details that we have going on this particular week, okay? So, again, with the 4 of Cups, you may be feeling like everything is okay right now, but there definitely is an opportunity for you to get truly to this point where you're considering what luxury means for you. And with this Lust card sitting right next to it, it's like you want something really, really badly. And I feel here, like I said, when we get to the heaviest days of the week, Wednesday's energy for sure, because it's going to be a cluster F for a lot of people, you're finally dropping those swords about the over pie in the sky pleasures that have been out there, which is going to lead you to not do the work. But let's go ahead and clarify, what else do we need to know for Aries on this Monday energy, the 8th? 4 of Cups energy. What else do we need to know? There it is. 7 of Pentacles again in the reverse position. Knight of Swords in the reverse position, waiting for some information, or information not being made available and very, very clear. A lot of confusion. I will say this time it's confusion, yes. And the advice from the universe is to go into hermit mode. You need to be in the energy of hermit. It's possible that maybe you're dealing with a Virgo Aries, but at the end of the day, this is all about just kind of going within a little bit as you've evaluated something. This may not be the time to come out at this particular moment. I think it's very, very interesting. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? Let's go ahead and get to Tuesday's energy. What is Aries lusting after? Let's get down to that business. 7 of Swords, which is the 7 of Swords here. Did I make the right decision? This is what I really, really want. So this is why my thought process and how I was guided to explain the 7 of Swords to people. There's the 6 of Cups in reverse. This is all lining up, guys. Was that the 7 of Swords, yeah, there's Venus that's coming through. That's part of the challenge, trying to calm things down. But being the Empress, meaning to continue with trying to manifest the things that you want. So what we have going on here, guys, is the fact that, and I'll get to the 7 of Swords because I've talked about it a lot. 7 of Swords, a lot of people read this as lying, cheating, deceit, those different types of things. Okay, I can appreciate why the thought process would come up. However, the 7 is the highest minor arcana version of the wish card that there is. So what this means for a lot of people is that you're holding something so close to the vest, you're trying to protect something so very, very tightly that it can be seen as sneaky because people are realizing that your energy is like holding on to something, right? And or someone around you potentially as well. So that's what we've got. We've got the Seven of Swords energy, really wanting something, like really wanting something. Okay, someone, something. Six of Cups energy, again, in the reverse position, saying that this could be an individual from the past. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but there was something that was very distasteful of it, very unpleasurable about what was going on, potentially. And Venus is coming in here. The Empress is saying, keep your eye on the prize. That's basically what she's saying. Keep your eye on the prize, okay? Keep your eye on the prize. It's possible that you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus, because that's who Venus governs at this particular moment. But this is major big Leo energy. This is a huge card, okay? Now, so then we travel into Wednesday, and we now have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. You are dropping the level of protection that you may have had. So what this means is maybe you came out in conversation to someone about whatever your big goal, dream, or process was, or maybe someone else shared with you, or maybe the details of the situation, regardless, came out in the woodwork or look like they're going to come out of the woodwork on Wednesday, okay? Let's see. Two of Wands in the reverse position, decision being made, okay? Wow. Yes, indeedy. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse position. I'm gonna say that this one actually provided the clarity, or there's clarity that's coming here, but who's bringing it to you is this Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is air energy. Definitely. It could definitely be Libra. It could also be Gemini. It could also be indicating that when we get to Wednesday, that the Aquarian energy is also affecting the particular situations that are going on. But here's what's happening. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position with Uranus. This is the Fool energy in the reverse position. So there's a clarity that's coming about something that you absolutely need to consider letting go of. This is the time to let go of something that's just not necessarily going to, it just doesn't have the juice that it needs in order to continue to manifest, okay? So when we get to the energy of Thursday, again, Six of Cups, pleasure in the reverse position. We have the Hierophant in the reverse, nope, they said flip it. We have the Hierophant in the upright position. That is Taurus Major Arcana. Wow, a lot of Major Arcana here, you guys. Taurus Major Arcana. The Hierophant is the Pope in the deck. He indicates organization, like working organization. Yeah, Ace of Wands, no passion. He also represents organization, being organized and being ready to teach or learn in a different capacity. He also talks about receiving higher level knowledge and graduating to the next level. If you want to talk about ascension, you want to talk about your potential for leveling up, this is a conversation that's here. The Ace of Wands in the reverse position, I have to tell you, is a phallic symbol, especially with these cards that are laying out here. So it's very possible that you're dealing with someone from the past that showed up that, you know, you kind of got the lesson that this person isn't the person, okay? Then we got the Sun. Yeah, it was hot and steamy. I'm expecting one card to pop out. Let's just see if it happens. Yeah, Judgment. In the reverse position, you had to make a judgment call. In this case, you definitely had to make a judgment call about someone that was not right for you. It was not going to work. And it sounds really, really sad because you get the Three of Swords in the reverse position. But the thing of the situation is you knew or you realized that this person was not going to be the best person for you moving forward. There's just something about this. I mean, the relationship time might have been fantastic, but in the long run, it's going to burn itself out, unfortunately. Okay? Let's get then to the energy of this Queen of Wands energy that we have on Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know, this just lines up perfectly with that's 1111 gateway getting to this next level. Okay, I really anticipate seeing this Hierophant pop out a lot. So let's see what happens on Friday. Queen of Wands in the reverse position. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. That's pretty much what I was saying to you guys before. You're taking a break. There's no active activity literally taking place here this week. I mean, you're taking a knee. You're taking a rest. You're taking a break. Let's see what the universe has to say. What does the world have to say on Saturday? On Saturday, we are at least being released from anxiety, so that's good. Anxiety of the situation is good. And there's the High Priestess in the reverse position. You found out the details that you needed to know, and now that you've got information, now you've got to give yourself time to work the detail through. Okay. And then I think it wants to be this one. Yeah, hanging out. The Hangman energy that we have here. You just need to hang out. You're doing the right thing. The bottom of the deck is this Eight of Cups here, you know, evaluating whether you have already done it or you're evaluating walking away from whatever this particular situation was in order for you to be more solid in your autonomy. That's exactly what's going on. But when we get to Sunday's energy, we have the Prince of Discs. We have the Eight of Pentacles sideways. Yeah, you're getting to the point where you're about ready to start doing the work. Woo! Now we have the message coming in. Now we've got the Page of Swords. It's possible that this information that's coming, this message that is coming to you, you could be getting an offer. Okay? It's possible that someone from the past is wanting to try to peek their head back out, and they're taking a they're spending a little extra time paying attention to you, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, Knight of Wands in the reverse position. That's this phallic symbol that's down here. Doesn't matter if it's male or female. The Knight of Wands, especially in relationships, gives you a, how do I want to say that? You will have a really good time for a moment in time. Okay, what else? Thank you. The Moon. Revealing. Yeah, this was not going to be a good partnership, and that's what the universe is trying to tell you. If you're trying to evaluate whether or not this could work, the universe is saying to you, you know, you make whatever choice it is that you feel like you want to be able to make. But the universe is trying to tell you, you're trying to consider this Eight of Pentacles. Okay, you're trying to consider what you want to be able to do for your new situation, and this information that's coming through. You know, you're really taking some hard looks at this information that's coming through. Okay. But I think down in the deepest depths of what is going on here, the Moon has revealed or will reveal, if you haven't already decided what partnership to let go, that there's definitely something better for you, and it will show up. Okay? So, whether that's work or relationship, although I feel very strongly that part of it could be relationship for some, that, you know, it's kind of a big deal, and it takes time to get through those different types of changes that we have. I do want to pull an angel card really, really quickly, and then we'll go into some of the other details here, okay? This is for Aries. Thank you. Yeah, you're doing the right thing by taking a time to breathe. Take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with more knowing you're here. With ease. I'm breathing with ease. Sorry, I don't have my old lady glasses on, knowing you're here. So this is going to be a rough week for you, Aries. I'm really, really sorry. But like I said, this is the week that stuff is going down. Let me go into the message from Ganesha here. This childlike expression. Just going to read a quick passage from there just to see if there's anything extra that I can pull out for you on this one. Again, Ganesha is invoked this entire month because he helps to clear obstacles. Okay, here we go. In truth, within every soul exists an aspect known as the inner child. So what you have to do this week is you are going to need to work on expressing your absolute true feelings. Connect deeply to yourself on an emotional level by allowing all of your uncomfortable feelings to actually reach the surface of your awareness so that they can be seen and then they can be dealt with. Find patience and joy in all the simple things that you can this particular week. Take a step away from acquiring material things and take pleasure in the wisdom of your own soul. Love, respect, and honor your inner child. Play. in whatever that mode that pleases you, whether it's socializing, singing, yoga, travel, hiking, taking a walk, dancing, meditating, or writing. This is how your inner child operates. It knows no boundaries, holds no expectations, and loves unconditionally. And this will help you to raise your vibration to get back to what it is that you need. Let's go ahead and pull the details from the oracle, the sacred geometry here. 17. So the orange hexahedron, okay, and it's funny because, you know, childlike expression came out as orange too. But I allow myself to experience and express the joy that lies within me. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, do you get what is going on here? Do you understand the synchronicity of this? That's exactly what this card is saying. Come here. Fold straight so that I can show people. Okay. Nurture and create. I allow myself to experience and express the joy that lies within me. I allow myself to experience and express the joy that lies within me. And so it is. Within creation, okay? So it's time to allow yourself to express the joy and pure essence of what you are here to create. It's not only the joy of creation to be, but the happiness of childhood memories and the feelings of protection and guidance that has been given and shown to us from a loving and supporting upbringing. It's also based on the relationship within ourselves and friendship from others. Nurture yourself and listen to the needs and wants your body craves to keep you feeling alive. The essence of our creativity and the ability to give birth, both physically and mentally, are imperative here. Okay? Allow yourself to experience the sexuality and the drive that is innately within you. But meditate with the color orange. Let your hair down and dance if no one else is watching. Use that energy to do something that you want to do for yourself. Okay? That's the name of the game here. So the crystal suggestions from here are going to be carnelian, tangerine quartz, Shiva lingam, chrysoprase, and any cube platonic solid that you could hold or carry with you while you meditate, walk, or do any of your other activities to help, you know, create the boundaries that it is that you need for this particular week. Okay? I am going to read one more card from the angel guides, and then we're going to go into the placements for sun, moon, and rising. Did I just drop a card? Maybe my dress was stuck on something. Okay, here we go. This is for Aries. This is for Aries. Thank you. So this week they're, again, asking you to take charge of the situation and action. You are responsible for you and all the things that you need to be able to bring forth for you. Take charge and action on the situation, okay? So let us go into each of the additionals here, and I may have a couple of other cards to read. So where are we at? Not too bad, 33 minutes. If you are an Aries sun, these are your additional messages, okay? Got a couple of different cards here. And the biggest influence that is happening for you this particular week, to put a personal spin on it for you. The first thing that you have is Grand Trine. Okay? The Grand Trine is about patience. There's blessings in this situation if you'll give yourself an opportunity to think about it, okay? The energy of temperance is that there is the energy of fire and water being alchemized behind the scenes. So the steam you need to carry forward to do the next thing is the energy for what's going on here. The biggest influence, like we said before, is the Seven of Coins. It's your consideration. It's your evaluation. It's knowing that you've put a lot of work and effort into this particular situation this week, or in the past up until this particular moment. And the energy that you have to make a decision, you know, is this worth it? Because at this particular moment, you could take that plant and you could pick it up and repot it somewhere else and continue on with the growth that you have for yourself. If you feel like you want to invest a little bit more energy in this, then there's an open opportunity for you to do that as well. I'm not here to tell you your business. What we have here, oh my God, you can't even make this up. Finding balance. is from the Inquire Within deck. This is for you, Aries Sun. You've got to be able to find the balance and appreciate the balance. This temperance energy, I'm telling you, that is here with you. And we have 2 additional cards, and I am going to read for some of you. This is Archangel Melchizedek. Okay, he can be called on at any particular moment in time. He is the teacher. He is the teacher. He is the wisdom. He is the one that can walk you through this particular challenging process, and he can give you the knowledge. Should you want to call on Archangel Melchizedek, he will be here to support you this particular week, because this is a big one. He is the teacher, okay? Now, I did pull one last card for you. There it is. The Oracle from the Lightworker Oracle, okay? What's going on here is the power of the Divine Masculine. So the power of the Divine Masculine is doing. Okay? That's what's up. The Divine Feminine is creating. The Divine Feminine is the one that's responsible for, you know, starting the new project and birthing the creation. The Divine Masculine is bringing it into the natural. Do the work is basically what they're saying. Get the job done. I am going to read just real quickly from this one just to make sure. I do want you to understand here, though, from a synchronicities perspective, we do have 2 10s that showed up. We definitely have 2 10s that showed up. So the temperance energy that's showing up here and the Divine Masculine 10-10. So when we talk about 10, we're talking about the endings of situations, okay? But every time you have an ending, you have a new beginning. It's important that I called that out for you. But let's see what we have here, and then we will move on to our rising sign. The power of the Divine Masculine, Aries, okay? An empowering energy seeks expression from within. It wishes to free you from confusion, paralysis, and stagnancy. It seeks to stir you into consciously choosing action, greater discipline, and focus. It's time to end the frustration of repeating old patterns. You are ready to break through into a new way of life now. So feel inspired, be energized, and focus on your dreams and desires. Take steps to manifest them on the physical plane, and believe that your success is inevitable. And that is where the create comes from as well. All right? All right, Aries Sun. Hopefully you were able to get a lot of good information out of this particular reading for yourself this week. Okay? If you have any questions, make sure that you hit me up. Make sure that you're taking a look at all of the other sun, moon, rising, and north node signs to put everything together. All right? If you did enjoy this reading, please make sure that you give it a like, a share, and if you are visiting and have not yet done so, consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you are an Aries rising, ascendant rising, then what you have to realize is that this is about 8th house energy. This is about endings and beginnings. This is about releasing the fear. Scorpio energy, that's what 8th house rules. Scorpio energy, change, endings, and new beginnings, okay? The biggest influence that you have this week is the Queen of Swords that showed up in the deck below. So again, it could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius turnover that happens for you a little bit later on this week. For sure, for sure, for sure. Okay? The universe is saying to you, it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing rarely is. There's always, always, always something else that needs to get done. Nothing is ever perfect, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. Wow. We have Archangel Sariel that stepped forward. Archangel Sariel is the energy of lovers. Archangel Sariel steps forward to offer people the opportunity to try to work on love, romance, those different types of things. And then what I find interesting is that you have twinning, you have life path. So you're getting ready to go from the old into the new. So I do want to go into the life path card for you really, really quickly. And then I feel it's important maybe to share with you some additional details for Sariel. Okay, so here we go. Going the wrong way. 20. Life path. Okay, here we go. So, do you wonder about your divine life path and purpose? If so, you have been enrolled in spiritual training. This training might be obvious in the form of a course you're undertaking or hidden in a life lesson that is currently triggering you, holding you, helping you heal, and learning a growth. Whether it's obvious or not, successfully completing this training will empower you to fulfill your divine purpose this particular lifetime. Further clarity will be revealed to you. The universe promises that you shall know what you need at the perfect time and in a way that you absolutely cannot miss. So we talk about trigger points for a lot of people, and I did drop this one. One of the ways that people awaken, well, there's lots of different ways, but one of the ways is there for it to be a tower moment, this triggering opportunity, this triggering thing that shows up for us. So it has a lot to do with love, romance, losing jobs. There could be like near miss experiences, and I'm not trying to scare anybody with this information, but the reason why they're pounding on this is because this is an important situation. They're trying to get your attention with this particular lesson in life. All right, Sariel, you are a fire angel, therefore you work with Michael. So let's move. Here we go. Guidance. So Sariel can be called on for guidance. He's one of the 7 archangels named in the book of Enoch. Nah, we're not going to get too Jesus-y, Bible-y up in here. There's just a whole lot, but there's a lot more to come when it comes to our archangels, okay? You need to accept guidance from someone that you trust, perhaps a close friend or a family member. And it also specifically means that you need to listen to what your angels are telling you. Sariel looks after the people that are born under the sign of Aries as well. So Aries, you do have your own specific archangel, Melchizedek, but Sariel helps as well. Sariel, like I said, comes through and he does support when it comes to different love challenges as well. There's many of them. Let me see if there's anything else that I missed out of this one. Nope, I think that's what you need. Aries, you need to call on Sariel. You're going through a life change. If it is with an air sign, then trust and know that you're going through the ending of an old cycle in your life in order to create the new one. Okay, so hopefully that was supportive for you. Make sure that you take a look at all of your additional signage as well to make sure that you get a fully informed picture. If you did get everything that you needed, definitely jam that like button for me so that other people can find me as well. Now, if you are an Aries rising sign, wow, yeah, this is all about Chiron. This is what Chiron is continuing to do and actually helping you heal your personal responsibilities in some situations. Okay, that's exactly what Chiron is here to do. Asking people to own their shit and heal their shit. Things rising to the surface so that you can be aware of it, so that you can transform it. Okay. Wow. The bigger influence that we have here, let me just turn these around for you this week, is the energy of Uranus. It's the Fool energy. Okay. So, of course, the Fool wants to travel forward. He doesn't, you know, he's so light in energy that he could jump off that cliff at any particular moment, but he carries the teeniest, tiniest bag with him. So I believe the opportunity for you to set up what it is that you want is here. Utilize the energies based upon this healing that has happened. The universe is saying to you, be very, very clear about what you want. So I would use the gateway on 1111 to really put some additional detail into the universe, but you have to be specific about what it is that you want. The Fool's going to start a new journey. Where do you want your Fool, basically new energy, starting this new cycle to work into? Wow. These two cards go together. We have Archangel Vratil here. Vratil is the angelic scribe, okay? He wants to know what you want. And I have to let you guys know, if you don't know, the power of writing, the power of the pen is extremely strong. There is no mincing of words when it comes to how the angels will read the context that you put down in a written prayer or a written request or a petition or whatever word you want to call on it. This is what they said they wanted, so this is what we want to deliver. And you're being told very, very clearly, and I would maybe journal and write down the things that you know that you absolutely want on this new circle. And then from the Lightworker Oracle, wow, you actually are being invited to ceremony and ritual. So the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. And I'm going to go ahead and read this one really, really quickly too, because this is very important. You're being told, write it out, be clear. Vretil is here. He wants to understand what it is that he can do to start, getting this thing popped off for you. So the 7th ray of divine order, and I do apologize if anybody is offended. This one has a bare breast on it, so just deal with it. When the gift of the 7th ray enters into your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high-frequency violet light and that of Archangel Zadkiel, the 7th ray also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequency. It's a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom and empowerment and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. So you got two. So you have the angelic scribe that is sitting here, Vretil. They called on Archangel Zadkiel, Z-A-D-K-I-E-L, to help transmute any of the different energies, and then utilizing sacred space and sacred time and ceremony to be clear about what it is that you want. Ask for the healing that you need at that particular moment, okay? And they will surely get on that for you. Okay, my friends, I really hope that you were able to get a lot of information out of that. Like I said, if you enjoyed this one, make sure that you please give it a like. Share it out so that other people can see it. Feel free to comment below if you've got questions. You can use the description box below to find out how to book in with me, or go shopping on the website if that's of interest to you at all. And then I do have a description of the cards that I'm using below in case someone else is really interested in taking a look at those for their own personal journey and development. And with that, many, many, many blessings, and we will talk to you next week. Bye for now.